everyone, Pastor Chris here. Welcome to the poolside chat. Not really poolside, but I am in Miami, so maybe it's a beachside chat at Miami Beach. And no question today, no Jude today. Jude starts, we get back to that next week after what's gone on the last couple of weeks. But an observation, I guess the best way to put it, an observation. And I think what's really cool being here, staying at a hotel, Citizen M, which is actually really nice, but really, really different for my preferences, my expectations. It's a very eclectic hotel, I guess is the best way to put it. Use an iPad to control stuff in the room. It's just different. And today, I walked down to Miami Beach. Or Susan, walked down to Miami Beach. It was really, really cool walking down there. Had breakfast, coffee, in a nice little Cuban cantina. It was just really, really fun, really super nice. And just walking around, we've met just some great, wonderful people. And it just reminded me of something. So I think I mentioned before, pastor. You understand this term. But my education is I have a master's degree. Bachelor's degree is in religion. My master's is in cross-cultural ministry. And all that means is that I have an appreciation, respect, understanding, always seek to gain this from people of different cultures, ethnicities, tribes, groups. And that's what I love. I love the variety, the different life experiences of other peoples. And cross-cultural just means different groups. It can be something as simple as Gen Alpha, Gen Z. It can be different cultures as you expect, Cuban, Argentinian, Albanian, Filipino, Japanese, Nigerian, South African. But that's kind of what we mean when we say different tribes, groups, ethnicities, peoples, languages. And it's beautiful because we don't try to make everyone the same or try to ignore the differences. It helps you celebrate and relate to bring out the best of all groups so we grow richer in our experience. A couple years ago, just recently, there was a big push within the business community on what we call cultural competency. I'm never big a fan of that because it was almost forced recognition of differences, and you couldn't enjoy or participate in different cultural events under this because it was, usurping or taking over a culture, which is the farthest thing from what I did. And I say this because I thought of it today. And it reminded me of the story in the New Testament, Jesus, when he meets the woman at the well. So one of the things in that story that we often overlook is Jesus was a Jewish man born in a Jewish household following the Jewish law, Jewish culture and traditions. And at that time, Samaritans were half-breeds, half Jewish, half Babylonian, or half other half other. And they were really looked down upon by the Jews. There was a huge prejudice against them by the Jews. He also talked to a woman, which culturally was not accepted. It was not recognized. So not only does he have a conversation with a Samaritan, but it's a Samaritan woman. And he hung out there for 3 days because he saw the beauty in these people, in this woman and these people. He saw them not only as human, but he also saw them as God's children, God's creation. And there is a beauty in that. And I was just reminded of it today. And with all this going on over the last couple of weeks, what I really hope and pray for all of us is that we can see whatever different culture it is, the other, be it politics, Republican or Democrat, be it gay and straight, be it young versus old, Gen Alpha versus Gen X, baby boomer. And I pray that we look at the people as people, we have conversations, and we learn what each brings to the table, so that, respectfully, so that when we listen, we don't try to convince the other that you're right, you're wrong.
Yes, right.
But that we become richer by understanding together to bring out the beauty of each. My simple thing here that I learned from this hotel, my Gen Alpha friends, Heavenly Day, you would be right at home and fit in here. Tech is not my thing. I'm a computer engineer, and tech is not my thing, not anymore. But you have such knowledge to make your life richer with all this stuff. It's neat to see and neat to learn. Small example of what I'm hoping. But when I came here to this very eclectic, varied place called Miami Beach, it just reminded me of that. Reminded me of the Samaritan woman, and reminded me of the differences that we can celebrate, learn from, and grow together in each other. So, I just hope you'll take this to heart and think about this over these next few days. Let me know. Let me know your questions. Wednesday, I've got a question planned, but keep them coming. We're going to get to them all. And let me know. I'm Pastor Chris. Check it out, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, at FL Compass Church, and on Instagram, at FL Compass Church. Have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll see you Wednesday.